Hey, it's a doctor from back then.
My son pointed to the star of today's wedding. She's both my friend and the bride. I was puzzled by my son's words, as were those around us. I asked him for an explanation. What are you talking about? She's Mom's friend. She's not a doctor.
Huh? Really? But the other day...
Huh? You saw that lady somewhere?
Yeah, I did. You see...
With an innocent smile, my son began revealing one unexpected fact after another. After hearing the whole story, I was stunned and made up my mind. I decided to ruin this wedding in a big way. My name is Michaela Harris, and I'm 32 years old. I live with my husband, Nathan, and our son, Shane. Shane is almost 5 years old now. Recently, he has been teaching me a lot of word games and other things he learned at nursery school.
Hey, Mom, today I played superhero with my friends.
Superhero play? That sounds fun.
It was super fun. I played the role of Blue, and there were red and green.
That's amazing, Shane. Can you understand Spanish too now?
Yeah, red is rojo, and blue is azul. The teacher taught us.
Is that so? You're awesome, Shane. My cheeks relaxed as I was drawn in by the innocent smile of my son. My beloved husband and adorable son. Those days spent together as a family of 3 were truly happy. But recently I've been worried about something. It's about my relationship with my husband, Nathan. It's not like we've had any big fights or arguments. I just can't shake this feeling of unease about his words and actions. The catalyst goes back about a year. Until then, my husband always came home on time, but suddenly he started coming home late. When I asked him why, he just said, "Because of overtime." His return gradually got later, from 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., to even 11 p.m. By the time 6 months had passed, he sometimes didn't come home until the early hours of the morning. If these days continue, he will inevitably spend less and less time with his son. I have seen Shane looking lonely on a regular basis, and one night I told my husband about it. Hey, Nathan, don't you think you've been coming home late too often lately? Shane seems really lonely because of it, you know. What do you expect me to do about it? It's because of overtime. But do you have to work overtime every single day like this? You used to come home on time every day, though. Didn't I tell you? I've been assigned to a busy department. Oh, was that so? Looking back, my husband started working overtime from April. He got transferred to a different department at the start of the fiscal year and got busier. It certainly makes sense, but does he really have to work late every night like this? How is this legal in terms of labor standards? Thinking it was too much, I brought it up to him. Even so, you're working too much. You even go to the office on weekends, saying it's for overtime. But I have no choice. The new hires are useless, so I have to do their work. But lately, you haven't been spending time with us at all, right? We haven't gone out as a family or spent time together at home. That's because I'm busy. Can't help it, can I? You get to go home on time, so spend time with Shane instead. I understand. Of course I'm doing that, right? But Shane also wants to play with you, Nathan. At that point, my husband let out a weary sigh, seeming bothered. His attitude left me speechless as he glared at me and snapped. Hey, I like your cushy job. Mine's hectic. You don't get my work, yet you keep saying things. No, I just want you to spend time with Shane. Huh? So you're dumping babysitting on me? Ugh, how annoying. You don't want to deal with Shane either, huh? That's not it at all. Yeah, got it. If I get a day off, I'll take care of Shane. Happy? All right. I stopped talking, realizing it wouldn't lead anywhere. As expected, my husband, irritated, muttered complaints while glued to his phone. Unable to bear the tension, I headed to bed without saying goodnight. It's been about 6 months since then. Our relationship hasn't improved much, and our conversations have dwindled lately. What's more, something has been bothering me even more lately. The scent of soap emanating from my husband upon his return home. Perhaps it's been like this before and I've only noticed it recently. On that day, my husband happened to come home earlier than usual.
Hey, Dad, welcome back.
With a smile, my husband also warmly smiled at our son as he ran up. While gently stroking his small head, he happily began to speak. I'm back, Shane. Did you have fun at daycare today?
Yeah, we played tag with everyone today.
I see, Shane. Just like Papa, you're always quick on your feet.
Yeah, I never got caught once.
Wow, that's impressive. How about we compete next time, Shane?
Let's do it. I'll do my best to beat you, Papa.
Peaceful conversation unfolded, making me smile too. It felt like it had been a while since I saw Shane talking with such sparkling eyes. After putting my son to bed, I checked the mailbox I had forgotten about. Inside was a wedding invitation. It was from Avery, a mutual friend of ours. Hey, Nathan, this is from Avery. She's marrying that guy we know.
Seriously? Wow, that's great.
Avery was a classmate from junior high and high school, and we were really close. And surprisingly, she was also a classmate of my husband's in college. It seems they were in the same department too, making her a mutual friend of my husband's. When our son was little, we used to meet up together, but lately I've been leaving Shane with my parents and going out to dinner with Avery and my husband. The last time we met was about 6 months ago, and she seemed really happy when she said this.
Hey, you know what? My boyfriend proposed to me. We're inviting you both to the wedding, so be sure to come.
What? A proposal? Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations, Avery.
Thank you. I wanted to make sure to share the news with you both.
Is he the guy you've been dating since college?
Yes, exactly. He's friends with both of you, so you both have to come to the wedding, okay?
Of course. Avery's fiancé is someone from the same university as her and my husband. They used to hang out together during their college days, and even after getting married, my husband has met with that group several times. I had some reservations about him going out with another woman, but since Avery is also my friend, I felt comfortable. I trusted her in that regard, so I could accept it without any particular anxiety. I received invitations from the bride, Avery, and my husband received them from the groom. We confirmed our attendance on the spot and sent it back the next day. On the day when Avery's wedding was just 2 weeks away, I realized I didn't have any clothes to wear. I prefer to see and buy in stores rather than online, but it's quite challenging to try on clothes with my son in tow. So I checked with my husband anyway, and he promptly agreed without hesitation.
It's no big deal. I can stay home and take care of Shane. How about this Sunday? Is that okay?
Is it okay? Are you working on your day off?
It's fine for just one day. Besides, Shane usually takes a nap in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, he usually sleeps for about 2 hours during the day, but...
Then it's all good. I'll take a break at home during that time too.
Thank you. Sorry for asking suddenly. I felt a strange sense of discomfort from my husband's unusual kindness, but delving deeper would likely lead to another argument, so I couldn't ask further. Over the weekend, I left our son with my husband and went to the department store alone. After trying on a few outfits, I was able to purchase a cocktail dress that I liked. What's more, my husband handed me $100 that day.
You can use this for meals or that salon, whatever you like.
I was surprised when he suddenly said that, but no matter how much I refused, he insisted, forcing the money into my hand. I accepted it gratefully at the time, but still felt hesitant to use it. It probably doesn't hold any deep meaning for my husband. It's likely just his way of saying, take it easy. Taking advantage of his kindness, I enjoyed a leisurely lunch and some window shopping. When I returned home, our son had already finished his bath and was glued to my husband, playing video games together. Unusually, my husband stayed with our son the entire time, even putting him to bed. I thought that peace had finally returned to our household, but I was mistaken about that. Little did I know that such a thing would happen on the day of Avery's wedding. Several weeks later, on the day of the ceremony, I went to the venue with my husband and son. Perhaps because it was his first wedding ceremony, but our son seemed somewhat restless.
Hey, Mom, weddings are amazing, aren't they? So sparkly.
Yes, they are. Mommy and Daddy had a wedding just like this, you know.
Wow, that's awesome. Can I have one someday?
Of course. You'll surely find a wonderful person and be happy.
Yeah.
I wonder who my son will marry in the future. With such thoughts in mind, I went through the reception desk. Once the ceremony concluded smoothly, we moved to the garden adorned with beautiful flowers. Many of my husband's college friends were present, and he was engrossed in lively conversations with them. Meanwhile, I sat on a nearby bench with my son, enjoying the food. Then a radiant figure in a wedding dress approached us.
Michaela, thank you so much for coming today.
Avery, you look absolutely stunning. The wedding dress suits you so well.
Thank you. I really wanted this dress, even though it went over budget, but I insisted on having it.
Your husband is kind, isn't he? Avery, you can be quite demanding, so it must be tough.
Hey now, Michaela.
Sorry, I was just kidding. It was like we were back in our school days, laughing together. And then it happened. My son pointed at Avery and exclaimed in surprise. Shane, what's wrong?
That's the doctor from that time.
The doctor?
Yeah. Hey, Mom, did Dad get better?
With those words, my son pointed to the bride, Avery. As I puzzled over the meaning of my son's words, the people around me also showed a puzzled reaction. I asked my son for an explanation. Shane, what are you talking about? She's Mom's friend. She's not a doctor.
Huh? Really? But the other day...
Huh? Have you seen her somewhere before?
Yeah, I saw her. She was at our house, helping Dad.
At our house? My son wore an innocent smile and nodded vigorously. The surrounding guests were now tilting their heads in confusion. Meanwhile, only Avery had a pale face. Just then, my husband arrived and asked what was going on. As the groom and other classmates gathered around, Avery spoke up.
Shane, did you try the dessert over there? It's delicious. Hey, did the doctor help Dad get better? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not a doctor.
Huh? But you were at home taking off Dad's clothes and sleeping together.
Well...
My son's words caused a stir among the guests present. I turned to my husband, who quickly averted his gaze from me. In the moment, I understood everything, even as my emotions froze. So that's what it was all about. If something felt wrong, there must have been something behind it after all. I can't believe he was doing something like that to my college friend when I wasn't around. Absolutely unforgivable. I'll definitely ruin this wedding. Avery, what on earth is going on? As I asked quietly, Avery's face turned pale and she grimaced.
What? I don't understand either. What is Shane talking about?
If we believe Shane's story, it means Nathan and you were undressing and sleeping together at our place? Is that true?
No. There's no way that happened. Besides, Shane was asleep. He was asleep.
Asleep? Does that mean Shane was taking a nap? How you know that?
Nothing.
Finally, everything clicked into place. Avery likely came to our house when I was out shopping at the department store. Nathan originally intended to invite Avery over and wanted me to stay out as long as possible. So he generously gave me $100 and likely encouraged me to return home late. As I trembled with anger, the groom, now red-faced, interrogated Nathan.
Hey, what's going on? You and Nathan?
No, it's not true. It's a misunderstanding. This child is lying.
What benefit does a child have in lying? First of all, your agitation says it all.
Don't jump to conclusion. I wasn't cheating.
Enough. The wedding is off. Both you and Nathan will properly explain the truth. Got it?
That's...
As the guests began to stir, I realized my husband was nowhere to be seen. Scanning the surroundings, I spotted him trying to sneak away, so I immediately ran and caught him. Wait a minute. Do you think you can just run away?
Let go. I didn't do anything wrong. Avery was the one who seduced me.
I don't care about that. The fact that you engaged in such behavior is the problem. Now you'll tell us everything, got it?
Please stop. I'm begging you, forgive me.
Grabbing my husband's arm, who was in half-crying state, I dragged him back to where everyone was. Throughout this, my husband kept muttering apologies like, "Forgive me and I won't do it again." I coldly dismissed him.
Enough already?
Don't resist anymore and embarrass yourself further. Shane wouldn't lie about this. I know you were cheating. Admit it and apologize.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Save it for later. Your actions already speak volumes. You're done for. Stop making fun of people. I'll never forgive scum like you for the rest of my life. It was the first time I had directed such anger at him. My husband turned pale and slumped in defeat. The wedding was called off and both my husband and Avery were interrogated. Perhaps realizing there was no way to hide it anymore, my husband confessed to the affair on the spot. Avery had tried to deny it until the end, but checking her phone revealed numerous suspicious exchanges between them. It seems their relationship had been ongoing for a long time, but they only started meeting frequently in the past year. Overtime and weekend work were all lies concocted to foster their relationship. My husband and the woman's continued apologies seemed ludicrous. Both I and the groom were furious, turning the scene into a chaotic mess of insults. The sight of my husband and Avery apologizing endlessly was nothing short of ridiculous. Later, I consulted a lawyer and demanded compensation from both Nathan and Avery. Divorce proceedings were simultaneously finalized, and I assured that the compensation was paid in full and promptly. Nathan was also charged alimony by the groom and eventually had to take on debt. Avery, unable to remarry Nathan due to her parents' furious disapproval, was apparently now confined to her parents' home. This is all just karma. It's a punishment that fits them perfectly. At best, they should reflect and learn about the harshness of society. As for me, I've moved near my workplace and started living with my son. Initially, Shane was bewildered by his father's absence, but lately, he's settled down about it too. I'm still evading the truth about the divorce, but someday I'll have to tell him the truth. Until that day comes, I intend to raise my son properly. If my son hadn't pointed out the matter with Avery at the wedding, I would have remained deceived by them for a long time. I want to shower this child with plenty of love so he doesn't have to experience any sadness. I will protect him and have a peaceful life together as I watch over him grow up. Thank you for watching until the end. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.